How did Nardia know where to find Marienne after Joe disposed of her body in season 4 of You? So we know that Marianne and Nardia came up with a plan to get Marianne out of Joe's cage. And that plan was first to get a knife to try to end Joe permanently. And if that didn't work, to take a bunch of medications that would slow her heart rate down enough that it would appear that she's dead so that Joe would let her go. Now, Nardia was caught by some officers trying to get back to Marianne in time, and this led to her being arrested and detained. And so she wasn't able to get back in time to give Marianne the knife, and so Marianne decided to enact their plan B. And we see that it did work, that Joe eventually did release Marianne, and Nardia was able to get to her and save her. But how did she know where she would be? They never discussed a specific place that Marianne would want to go. In the letter, she simply said, "Leave me somewhere that I would be found," to Joe. Well, that could have been anywhere. How did Nardia know that Joe would leave her in that forest? And you're probably thinking, well, obviously she just followed him. That could happen. However, we see that when Nardia gets out of her detainment, that Joe could have been anywhere. It was a flip of the coin that going right to where Joe kept Marianne, that Nardia would actually be able to see him disposing of the body and follow him there. Because, one, she doesn't know Joe or his patterns. Some killers, some actual real serial killers in history, have spent time with the bodies, not disposing of them until maybe days later. So it was very lucky that Joe actually did, it seems, dispose of Marianne same day. And by looking at Joe, it's hard to exactly tell, but he is slightly dressed differently from when he first finds Marianne to when he's getting ready to dispose of the body. Now, he might have been keeping a change of clothes somewhere that he could have easily gotten, but this kind of suggests a lapse in time. And so it's likely that it was a different day that he disposed of her. Without knowing what actual day that was, it was a shot in the dark that Nardia was able to actually find Joe and Marianne and get there in time to save her life.